3, and we are ready. So, welcome everybody on our second SIG Core meeting. And now, let's please one more time, if you don't know, to add you under the participant list. And now I will be a moderator, and Łukasz Górnicki will take the notes. Now let me introduce to you the agenda. First point belongs to me, and I want to talk about our activities in Service Catalog project. Next, Borja and Łukasz will present you our newest features and changes in the Kyma project. Then we'll have a committee slot. This slot will be always on our agenda, and today Anna will talk about our process regarding the decision making in our SIG, and also PB will introduce you about the new channels on our Slack. And the last but not least, Piotr one more time will show you the newest proposal about the changes in the installation process of the Kyma. Okay, so now let's start for the first point. And for those who don't know, we are using the Service Catalog project in our Kyma from the beginning. We create also our brokers, and we rely on the Service Catalog functionality in most of our use cases. And because of that, we also implemented some missing parts which were required. And the most important in this scenario was the scenario about injecting the credentials to our application. And this feature we already presented on the SIG Service Catalog. And it's a really good demo about the binding scenario based on our Kyma project. So for all of you who will have a problem or want to know more about this binding scenario, please check our recordings is on the meeting notes. And what's more, in future, we want to move this functionality to the Service Catalog core and cooperate on it with the Service Catalog guys. In addition, I want to mention that the Kyma developers are not only focused on the Kyma itself, but also about the project we are using. And recently, we contributed to the Service Catalog project, and we fixed a couple of bugs. One was regarding the memory leaks, and the second was about the HTTP client optimization. I will paste you the link about it to our meeting notes, so you can check it. Okay, link will be provided, one and the second. Okay, great. And so you can also watch this issue, and if you were using the Service Catalog in your platform, then thanks to that, you will have it more robust. And that's all from my side. So now it's time for the next topic about the, in my opinion, really important changes in the Kyma and the dynamic versioning. Borja, are you ready? No, Borja is ready, so maybe let's start with the second topic about the creating your environment from the UI, and this will be presented by Łukasz. And then we will back to the dynamic version.
Hi, hello. Can I share a screen?
Sure.
Hello, do you have me?
Yeah, sure. If you have to, then do it.
Okay, but you need to stop sharing because I'm not allowed to start sharing if someone else is sharing.
Yep.
We'll point to the Kyma installer 0.4, and we will have also this dynamic versioning, which is skipped right now from today's meeting, but we will have these dynamic versions in the release artifacts and installation custom resource that defines the parameters of the installer also in the release. And so the ultimate goal of this proposal is to make these releases easier and self-contained in the artifacts of the releases. I will maybe show quickly what we started also. So as a POC, we created some pre-releases in the Kyma. It is 0.4 and 0.4 release candidate to test that approach also. And as you can see here in this pre-release, we already have cluster Kyma installer and local Kyma installer YAMLs that are referencing such installer image. Of course, this is work in progress, so should please be careful when you try it, because it is still not final. Yeah, that's pretty all about proposal. Any questions, remarks, counter proposals?
I have one question.
Yes.
So after that change, the tiller will be not available from other pods, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
That's the goal. Of course, it will be divided into two steps, because we use also tiller in the Helm broker. So this is another component. When first it is done in the installer, we will remove also. We will do the same for the Helm broker, and then we can get rid of the tiller prerequisite from Kyma.
I ask you because tiller is also used in tests, so we need
for tests, good point. Then for tests, we also need to some strategy how to put tiller inside.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, the test needs to be executed in the scope of the installer, because the test pods are there. Then probably we need to think about that. And the good point is that we could have really have good separation between the releases, and also maybe we'll think about exposure the installing for the tiller for the customers, that you can also use it. We need to think it if we'll enable that by default, or will it be the option for all others applications.
Okay, I will stop sharing right now if there are no more questions.
Okay, great. So thank you, PB. And our last presentation prepared for today. And now it's a good time to ask a question or share your feedback with us.
Do you like the background of Mateusz camera? It looks very smart, for example. If you prefer something different.
Exactly. So anyone? If not, then I'd like to thank you for participating in our second SIG Core meeting, and see ya in the next 2 weeks.
Guys, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.